وبرکاتہ. نحمد و صلی علی رسول الکریم. اما بعد. طلبہ عزیز اور مدرسے کے ناظم ذکی بھائی صاحب اور اسی طرح سر معلمہ حلیمہ سعدیہ صاحبہ، آج کے اس پرمسرت موقع پر ہم نے پنڈت جواہر لال نہرو کی پیدائش پر یوم اطفال یعنی چلڈرنس ڈے منانے کے لیے آج یہاں جمع ہے. 14 نومبر جواہر لال نہرو کا یوم پیدائش ہے. آپ لوگ جانتے ہیں کہ جواہر لال نہرو کو بچوں سے کافی محبت تھی. جواہر لال نہرو کا ہمیشہ یہ خواب رہا کہ قوم کے معمار اور قوم کا مستقبل آپ جیسے بچے ہوا کرتے ہیں. تو ماشاءاللہ آج میرا یہاں آنا ہوا. آپ لوگوں کی ایک کوشش، آپ لوگوں کی ایک کاوش اور آپ لوگوں کے بنائے ہوئے چارٹس اور اس کے تعلق سے آپ کا جو انفارمیشن ماشاءاللہ اتنا بہترین رہا کہ کوئی کالج کے طالب علم بھی شاید اتنا بہترین چارٹ بنائے اور اتنا بہترین انداز مجھے اس کو ایکسپلین کر پائے. تو بہرحال مجھے بے انتہا خوشی ہوئی آپ لوگوں کی اس محنت کو دیکھ کر. میں سمجھتا ہوں کہ آپ لوگوں کی اس محنت کے پیچھے آپ کے بازیوں کا جو کافی وقت لگا ہوگا اور ان کی جو کافی محنتیں ہوں گی اور اس سے بڑھ کر جو آپ لوگوں کی لگن جستجو آپ کو جو کامیابی کی طرف لے جاتی ہے. تو بہرحال عزیز طلبہ، وقت جو ہے کافی کم ہے. مجھے یہاں جو پرائز ڈسٹریبیوشن کے لیے جو بلایا گیا تھا. بہرحال میں میری طرف سے آپ تمام کو جو مبارکباد پیش کرتا ہوں اس پرمسرت موقع پر کہ آپ لوگوں نے کافی بہترین مظاہرہ کیا، بہترین انداز میں اپنے اپنے چارٹس آپ جو بنا کر پیش کیے. اسے دیکھ کر ایسا معلوم ہوتا ہے کہ جواہر لال نہرو نے سائنس اینڈ ٹیکنالوجی کا جو خواب دیکھا تھا انشاءاللہ وہ ہمارے مدرسوں سے بھی پورا ہو سکتا ہے. بس میں ان چند کلمات کے ساتھ اپنی جگہ لینا چاہوں گا. اللہ تعالیٰ سے دعا ہے کہ اللہ تعالیٰ آپ لوگوں کو دن دگنی رات چوگنی کی ترقی عطا فرمائے اور آپ کا علم آپ کے لیے راہ ہدایت بن جائے. آمین ثم آمین. وآخر دعوانا الحمدللہ رب العالمین.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Suhana Raiza. Today I am going to tell about zoo. Zoo is a place where animals are kept. There are so many animals in the zoo. People visit zoo to see different types of animals. Proper food and care is given to animals. Zoo is a place to safeguard wildlife. Visiting a zoo helps us to learn about different types of animals. The zoo is called zoological park. Zoo at over a large piece of land. It is an artificial, designed, natural habitat for animals.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Sheikh Sajwa. Today I am going to tell about important places in Kurnool district. Balloon Caves, Mantralayam, Yaganti Temple, Ahobilam Temple, Mahanandi Temple, Raghavendra Swami Brindavanam, Navanarasimha Temple, Sakshi Ganapati Temple, Kondareddy Burj, Sai Baba Temple, Kurnool Airport, Shivaji Sporting Kendra, Shikareshwara Temple, Rollapadu Wildlife Sanctuary, Nagarjuna Sagar Sri Salem Dam, Jamia Masjid.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Patan Shima Sadia. Today I am going to explain about traffic rules. Road safety is necessary. When we are walking, driving on the road, we must always walk on the left side of the road. We must pay attention to the traffic signals. The red lights means that we have to stop. We must move only when the signal is green. We should do maintenance of our vehicle and get insured. We must never run while crossing the road. It is dangerous to get out of the moving vehicle. It is necessary for us to know about road signs and traffic signals. The awareness on the road helps in saving the life many people.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Sheikh Hafiza. Today I am going to tell about good habits. Early to bed, early to rise, to exercise daily, brushing teeth, eating healthy food, don't fight, be honest, be helpful, respecting elders, value of the time, pray to God, always speak the truth, completing homework on the time, behave honestly, talk softly.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Asifa. Today my topic on about GDP. GDP means Gross Domestic Product. GDP is the total market value of all the goods and services produced within a country in a specific duration of time. GDP measures the monetary value of final goods and services. That is, those that are bought by the final user produced in a country in a given period of time. It is used to measure the size of an economy and overall growth or decline in the economy of a nation. It indicates the economic health of a country as well as specifies the living standard of the people of a specific country. That is, GDP increases. The living standard of the people of that country increases in India. There are three main sectors that contribute to GDP: industrial sector, service sector, and agriculture, including allied service. GDP is the primary indicator to determine the growth of a country's economy.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Myself Sheikh Razia. Today I am going to explain about famous rivers in India. Ganga, Gangotri. It is located in Uttarakhand. Indus, Mansarovar. It is located in Tibet. Narmada, Michael Hills, Amarkantak. It is located in Madhya Pradesh. Tapti, Satpura Range, Betal. It is located in Madhya Pradesh. Mahanandi, Navari Town. It is located in Chhattisgarh. Brahmaputra, Chemayungdag. It is located in Tibet. Sutlej, Kailash. It is located in Tibet. Godavari, Nasik. It is located in Maharashtra. Krishna, Mahabaleshwar. It is located in Maharashtra. Kaveri, Brahmagiri Hills, Korg. It is located in Karnataka. Ravi, Chamba. It is located in Himachal Pradesh. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. నా పేరు పఠాన్ పర్వీన్. ఈ రోజు నా అంశం మొబైల్ వ్యసనం. ఈ మధ్య కాలంలో
చాలా మంది పిల్లలకు ఫోన్ వాడకం ఒక వ్యసనంగా మారింది. దీనితో తమ జీవితాలను వారు నాశనం చేసుకుంటున్నారు. ఫోన్లో పబ్జి ఆడడం, ఇన్స్టాగ్రామ్ లో స్టోరీస్ పెట్టడం, తర్వాత ఫేస్బుక్ లో పోస్ట్ పెట్టడం వంటి చర్యల వలన తమను తామే మర్చిపోతున్నారు. కొంతమంది తమ విలువైన సమయాన్ని ఫోన్ల వ్యామోహంలో పడి సమయ పాలనకు దూరమైపోతున్నారు. ఈ రోజు మన జీవితాలలో మానవ సంబంధాల కంటే కూడా ఫోన్లతోనే సంబంధాలే ఎక్కువ అయిపోతున్నాయి. ఫోన్ల యొక్క వినియోగంలో పడి ఎందరో తమ భవిష్యత్ కార్యాచరణకు చేరలేకపోతున్నారు. మొబైల్లో మనం సమయాన్ని వృధా చేసే బదులు అదే సమయాన్ని చదువులో గడిపితే మనం జీవితంలో ఎంతో ఎదగవచ్చు. జీవితంలో మనం ఎదగడం వలన భవిష్యత్తులో మేము సంతోషంగా ఉండవచ్చు మరియు మా కుటుంబం కూడా సంతోషంగా ఉంటుంది. కొంతమంది తల్లిదండ్రులు తమ పిల్లలు పనికి అడ్డు తగలకుండా, అల్లరి చేయకుండా ఒకే చోట కూర్చోవాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్ వారి చేతికిస్తున్నారు. దీనివల్ల పిల్లలు ఆటలకు దూరం అవుతున్నారు, కానీ స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్లకు బానిసలవుతున్నారు. దీని వలన వారు మానసిక సమస్యలే కాకుండా శారీరక సమస్యలను కూడా ఎదుర్కొంటున్నారు. పిల్లలకు స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్ ఇవ్వడం అంటే ఒక వ్యసనాన్ని అలవాటును చేస్తున్నాం అని అర్థం. స్మార్ట్ ఫోన్ వల్ల కలిగే నష్టాన్ని పిల్లలకు అర్థమయ్యేలా తల్లిదండ్రులతో పాటు సమాజంలోని అందరూ కూడా వివరిస్తూ వాటి బారిన పడకుండా అవగాహన కల్పించడం చాలా అవసరం. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Afrin Ahmed.
My name is Sheikh Sania Anjum.
Today we are going to tell about our India's state capital and union and territories. Andhra Pradesh,
Amravati,
Arunachal Pradesh,
Itanagar,
Assam,
Dispur,
Bihar,
Patna,
Chhattisgarh,
Raipur,
Goa,
Panaji,
Gujarat,
Gandhinagar,
Haryana,
Chandigarh,
Himachal Pradesh,
Shimla,
Jharkhand,
Ranchi,
Karnataka,
Bangalore,
Kerala,
Thiruvananthapuram,
Madhya Pradesh,
Bhopal,
Maharashtra,
Mumbai,
Manipur,
Impal,
Meghalaya,
Shillong,
Mizoram,
Aizawl,
Nagaland,
Kohima,
Odisha,
Bhubaneswar,
Punjab,
Chandigarh,
Rajasthan,
Jaipur,
Sikkim,
Gangtok,
Tamil Nadu,
Chennai,
Telangana,
Hyderabad,
Tripura,
Agartala,
Uttar Pradesh,
Lucknow,
Uttarakhand,
Dehradun,
West Bengal,
Kolkata,
Union and its territories, Andaman and Nicobar,
Port Blair,
Chandigarh,
Chandigarh,
Dadra and Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu,
Daman,
Delhi,
Delhi,
Ladakh, Lakshadweep,
Kavarati,
Jammu and Kashmir, Puducherry.
Pondicherry. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Sada. Today about national symbols, national fruit mango, national bird peacock, national flower lotus, national game hockey, national anthem Jana Gana Mana, national river Ganga, national animal Bengal tiger, national water animal dolphin, national flag three color, national vegetable pumpkin, national tree banyan tree, national food khichdi, national father Mahatma Gandhi.
అస్సలాము అలైకుం వరహ్మతుల్లాహి వబరకాతుహ్. నా పేరు షేక్ అర్షియా తబస్సుం. నేటి నా అంశం చెడు అలవాట్లు మరియు వాటి దుష్పరిణామాలు. ఈ భూమి మీద పొగ త్రాగడం వల్ల ఒక సంవత్సరానికి 80 లక్షల ప్రజల కన్నా ఎక్కువ మంది మరణిస్తున్నారు. వాటిలో 70 లక్షల ప్రజలు నేరుగా పొగ తాగడం వల్ల చనిపోతే మిగిలిన 10 లక్షల మంది వారికి పొగ తాగే అలవాటు లేకున్నా గాని వారి ఎదుటి వారు పొగ తాగడం వల్ల పీల్చిన పొగను మిగిలిన 10 లక్షల మంది వారికి పొగ తాగే అలవాటు లేకున్నా గాని వారి ఎదుటి వారు సిగరెట్ తాగి వదిలిన పొగను పీల్చడం వల్ల మరణిస్తున్నారు. సిగరెట్స్ కారణంగా చాలా మంది పొగ తాగడం వల్ల వారి యొక్క మొత్తం జీవితంలో 14 సంవత్సరాలు ముందుగానే చనిపోతున్నారు. ఒక సిగరెట్ లోపల క్యాన్సర్ రావడానికి కారణం అయ్యే 7,000 ఎక్కువ కెమికల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఈ పొగ మన గొంతు నుండి ఊపిరితిత్తులోకి వెళ్తుంది. ఊపిరితిత్తుల యొక్క ప్రథమ పని మనం పీల్చుకున్న గాలిని రక్తంకి అందించి ఆ రక్తంలో ఉన్న భద్రపరచు స్థలంని బయటికి పంపడం. ఎప్పుడైతే పొగ ఊపిరితిత్తులోకి చేరుతుందో ఈ పొగలో ఉన్న టార్ పార్టికల్స్ ఎక్కువ శాతం ఊపిరితిత్తులోనే భద్రపరిచి ఉంటాయి. నిరంతరంగా పొగ తాగడం వలన ఊపిరితిత్తుల యొక్క క్లీనింగ్ మెకానిజం కొంతకాలానికే చెడిపోతుంది. దీనివల్ల అలసటం, దగ్గడం మరియు శ్వాస పీల్చినప్పుడు ఊపిరితిత్తుల నుండి ఒక విధమైన శబ్దం రావడం మరియు ఆస్తమా లాంటి జబ్బులు వస్తాయి. ఎక్కువ రోజులు పొగ తాగడం వలన రక్తం కొద్దిగా నల్లగా మారి గడ్డ కట్టే అవకాశం ఉంది. సిగరెట్స్ త్రాగడం ద్వారా హార్ట్ అటాక్, లంగ్ క్యాన్సర్, థ్రోట్ క్యాన్సర్, బ్లాడర్ క్యాన్సర్ ఇంకా ఇలా ఎన్నో జబ్బులు వచ్చే అవకాశాలు ఉన్నాయి. తర్వాత వచ్చేసి ఆల్కహాల్. వరల్డ్ హెల్త్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అంచనా ప్రకారం ఒక సంవత్సరానికి మద్యం కారణంగా 30 లక్షల మంది చనిపోతున్నారు. వారిలో మద్యం వల్ల యాక్సిడెంట్ ద్వారా చనిపోతున్నారు మరియు మద్యం వల్ల జబ్బుల బారిన పడి మరణిస్తున్నారు. మన శరీరంలో మద్యం త్రాగడం వల్ల జరిగే అనర్థాలు. తరచుగా మద్యం త్రాగడం వల్ల మద్యంలోని కణాలు కాలేయంలో ఉన్న కణాలని నాశనం చేసి వాటి స్థలంలో ఇవి భర్తీ అవుతాయి. తరువాత మెల్లమెల్లగా కాలేయ పనితీరు తగ్గుతుంది. దీనివల్ల మన శరీరంలో ప్రవేశించిన బ్యాక్టీరియా మీద కాలేయంలోని భర్తీ అయిన మద్యం కణాలు పోరాడలేవు. కాబట్టి ఈ బ్యాక్టీరియా మన శరీరం అంతా వ్యాప్తి చెందుతుంది. దీని కారణంగా మన శరీరంలో నొప్పులు రావడం, శరీరం బలహీనత పడడం మరియు రక్తంతో కూడిన వాంతులు చేసుకోవడం వంటి జరుగుతాయి. మద్యం వల్ల రక్త ప్రసరణ పెరిగి మరియు బ్రెయిన్ స్ట్రోక్ వచ్చే అవకాశాలు కూడా ఉన్నాయి. మరియు ఎక్కువ మద్యం తాగడం వల్ల కోమాలో వెళ్లే అవకాశాలు కూడా ఉన్నాయి. చివరిగా ఒక సలహా: మద్యం మరియు పొగ తాగేటప్పుడు ఎంత ఆనందంగా అనిపించినా ఒక్కసారి వీటి వల్ల ప్రభావితమైతే మనం ఎన్ని చికిత్సలు చేపించుకున్నా మన సంపూర్ణ జీవితం తిరిగి రాదు. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Myself Sheikh Hakim Safia. Today I am telling about some festivals of India. Diwali. Diwali is a famous festival of Hindus and it is also known as Deepavali. Diwali is celebrated all over India. Diwali is celebration of returning Lord Rama to Ayodhya after 14 years of exile. Diwali is an Indian religious festival. Christmas. Christmas is an annual festival of commemorating the birth of Jesus Christ. Christmas is celebrated in all Christian countries, but there are differences in the way each nation celebrates this date. Ramzan. Ramzan is the Islamic holy month of fasting by Muslims worldwide. The festival of Eid is celebrated at the end of the month of Ramadan. Pongal. Pongal is the famous and important festival celebrated by Tamil people in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Puducherry in India. Independence Day. Independence Day is celebrated on 15th August. On 15th August 1947, the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, raised the Indian national flag in Delhi. Bakrid. The festival, also known as Bakrid, is observed by Muslims across the world to commemorate Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam sacrifices and complete dedication. Thank you.
Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Sanafra. Today my topic on greatness of India. We know the greatness and richness of India. India is the world's largest democracy with a 1.3 billion population. India is also the world's second largest country. India is famous for its ancient history, varied landscapes and diverse culture. India is world's largest milk producer and has Taj Mahal. India invented the number system. India is one of the oldest civilization in the world.
Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Sabiha. Today I am telling about Charminar. The Charminar is a mosque and monument located in Hyderabad, Telangana state in India, constituted in 1591. The landmark is a symbol of Hyderabad and officially incorporated in the emblem of Telangana. The Charminar's long history includes the existence of a mosque on its top floor for more than 425 years. Charminar is famous for its intricate architecture, which makes it one of the most recognized structures of India. Charminar was built by Sultan Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah in 1591. He built the Charminar as a symbol of his eternal love for his wife.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Myself Sheikh Bishra Tabassum. Today I am telling about our Indian defense system. The President of India is Supreme Commander of Indian Defense System. The whole administrative control by the army force lies of the Indian defense system. The defense system is organized into commands of Indian defense system. The defense system has been divided into three services. First one is Army, second one is Navy, third one is Air Force. Indian Army. Indian Army is organized into 7 commands. Western Command, Chandigarh. Eastern Command, Kolkata. Northern Command, 56 Depot. Southern Command, Pune. Central Command, Lucknow. Training Command, Shimla. Southwestern Command, Jaipur. Indian Navy. Indian Navy is organized into following commands. Eastern Command, Visakhapatnam. Southern Command, Kochi. Western Command, Mumbai. Indian Air Force. Indian Air Force is organized into 7 commands. Western Command, New Delhi. Central Command, Allahabad. Eastern Command, Shillong. Central Training Command, Bangalore. Maintenance Command, Nagpur. Southern Command, Thiruvananthapuram. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mullah Faria Batul. Today my topic on religion. The belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. The most common classification of religion in sociology differentiates between 4 major types of religion. There are 5 religions in our world. First one is Judaism, second one is Christianity, third one is Islam, fourth one is Hinduism, and fifth one is Buddhism. Religion is usually defined as a social cultural system of designed behaviors and practices, morals, beliefs, worldwide, sacred places. Ethics are organizations that generally relate humanity to supernatural, transcendental, and spiritual elements. However, there is no scholarly consensus. Religion is a set of organized beliefs, practices, and systems that most often relate to the beliefs and worship of controlling forces.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Afia. I am going to tell about farmer. A farmer is a person engaged in agriculture, raising living organisms for food or raw material. The term usually applies to people, crops, orchards, vineyards, poultry, or other livestock. A farmer might know the farmland or might work as a laborer and land owned by others. In most developed economies, a farmer is usually a farm owner, while employees of the farm are known as farm workers. Every citizen of the country is dependent on the agriculture products produced by farmers. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. मेरा नाम शेख सना कौसर. Today I am telling about types of taxes. Income tax, sale tax, entry tax, road tax, toll tax, water tax, property tax, fuel tax, trade tax, VAT tax, service tax, vehicle tax.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Arshia. Today I am telling about British Raj. After the first war for Indian independence, the British government took over the administration to establish the British Raj. The British Raj was the period of British rule on the Indian subcontinent between 1858 and 1947. The system of governance was instituted in 1858 when the rule of the East India Company was transferred to the crown in the person of Queen Victoria. British Raj means ruled by the British Empire in Southern Asia. The area is now in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka and Myanmar. British rule ended on 15th August 1947. The borders between India and Pakistan came into effect on the British. Many people died during the partition of India. The British first landed in India in Surat purpose of trade. Chandragupta Maurya was the first ruler of ancient India. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Mubina. Today I am topic on women rights. We promote women and girls equal enjoyment of all human rights, including freedom from violence, sexual and reproductive rights, access to justice, socio-economic equality, and participation in decision making. Today, gender-based continue to create huge barriers for many women. Ongoing struggles include ensuring equal economic opportunities, educational equality, and to gender-based violence. Women-specific legislation, the Immoral Traffic Act 1956, the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, the Commission of Sati Act 1987. Women Rights Watch is working toward the realization of women's empowerment and gender equality, protecting the rights and improving the lives of women and girls. Women rights are the rights and entitlement claimed for women and girls worldwide. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Fauzia. Today my topic on human brain. Human brain is divided into three parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Forebrain, it performs the voluntary actions. It means with the help of forebrain, we can think, we can write, and we can feel the sensation like cold and heat. And we can talk and walk to some time. And and we can improve our mental ability with the help of forebrain. Simply we can say that we can improve our involuntary actions with the help of forebrain. And the next one is midbrain. Midbrain is beginning section of the brainstem. This lower area which you are seeing is connected to the spinal cord. The spinal cord and brain all together is called central nervous system. It performs the involuntary actions like heartbeat, dissection, etc. It means the actions which is not in our control is called involuntary actions. And the next one is hindbrain. Hindbrain is further classified as pons, cerebellum and medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata helps to carry out the involuntary actions and reflections like sneezing and burping and more. If it is damaged, it may lose the risk of paralysis. And the next one is pons. It regulates the sensory information. If it is damaged, it may cause the loss of all muscle functions. And the next one is cerebellum. Cerebellum is mainly to balance the body. If it is damaged, we cannot move our body parts and we cannot have the coordination. And the next one is pituitary glands. This main function is to release the hormones. For example, when you are hungry, it releases the hormones to the stomach and the body parts of stomach to start to regulate their functions for maintaining proper environment. And the next one is hypothalamus. It controls the hormones which released by the pituitary glands. If it is damaged, it may cause the movement disorder and sodium or water imbalance. And the next one is hypothalamus. Thalamus helps us to regulate our consciousness and alertness. If it is damaged, it may cause a risk of coma and also movement disorder. And we cannot move our body parts. It maintains the consciousness and alertness. And the last one is cerebrum. The work of cerebrum is to identify the objects. For example, anyone talking to you, you identify that a particular person is talking to me, or else for doing judgment or emotions like happy and sad. If it is damaged, we cannot judge to anyone. And we cannot be able to speak or judge to anyone.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Shavana. Today I am going to tell about many countries. India, Europe, Germany, Poland, United Kingdom, the United States of America, Australia, Dinar, Iraq, Dirham, United Arab, Afghanistan, and Japan, Russia. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Fatan Sania Khan. Today my topic on different systems of human body. Human body is a unique machine made up of bones and muscles. It is a wonderful machine. The first one is muscular system. The major part of our body is made up of muscles. It helps in smile, chew our food, push food into the stomach and also make heartbeat. And the next one is nervous system. Our nervous system is made up of nerves, brain and spinal cord. It helps in speaking, thinking, learning and remembering. And the next one is circulatory system. Our circulatory system carries blood throughout the body. The circulatory system carries diseases, fighting substance and that help the protect the body. And the next one is skeleton system. Human skeleton system is made up of 206 bones in our body and different sizes and shapes. The next one is digestion. The food we eat, it contains it with mix with saliva. It excretory system. The two kidneys throw out waste materials in the body. And the next one is heart. Heart is the main organ of our body, which pumps up the blood to all the organs. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Syed Zatika Sultana. Today my topic of blood donation. A positive blood group can donate A positive, AB positive. A negative blood group can donate A positive, AB positive, A negative, AB negative. B positive blood group can donate B positive, AB positive. B negative blood group can donate B positive, AB positive, B negative, AB negative. AB positive blood group can donate AB positive. AB negative blood group can donate AB positive, AB negative. O positive blood group can donate A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive. O negative blood group can donate A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive, A negative, B negative, AB negative, O negative. AB positive blood group can take it for any blood group. That's why they call it as universal acceptor. O negative blood group can donate for any blood group. That's why they call it as universal donator.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Afifa. Today I am going to explain about clean and green. Clean and green environment. Clean and green environment is a basic need always. Clean gives a fresh and good look to our society. The environment constitutes of all living as well as non-living things. Our environment is the only home that produces water and shelter to all living beings. It is our responsibility to maintain the cleanness of the environment. To save environment, we have to save water, planet, the tree, and avoid the use of plastic. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Sana Afza. Today I am going to explain about vitamins. The benefits of vitamin A in our body is strong hair and nails, sharp hearing, clear eyesight, clear skin, healthy muscles. There are some things which contain vitamin A: broccoli, spinach, mango, tomatoes, sweet potato, etc. The benefits of vitamin B complex is strong hair and nails, double blood sugar, and increase the energy. There are some things which contain vitamin B complex: seafoods, leafy vegetable, lemons, orange, eggs, seeds, and etc. The benefits of vitamin C is strong hair and nails, sharp hearing, stable blood pressure, strong immune system, improved brain power, clear eyesight, clear skin, healthy heart and cholesterol level, healthy digestion, level blood sugar, clear skin, and supply joints. There are some things which contain vitamin C: bell pepper, papaya, guava, strawberry, kiwi fruit, and etc. The benefits of vitamin D: stable blood pressure, strong hair and nails, sharp hearing, level blood sugar, clear skin, and supply joints. There are some things which contain vitamin D: sunlight, oily fish, curd, milk, egg oil, etc. The benefits of vitamin E: strong hair and nails, sharp hearing, strong immune system, clear eyesight, healthy heart, healthy cholesterol level, healthy muscles issues, clear skin, and supply joints. There are some things which contain vitamin E: vegetable oils, sunflower seeds, nuts, broccoli, etc. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Suhana. Today I am going to explain about rainbow. Eat the rainbow. It means you probably know that you should eat colorful fruit and vegetables. Yellow color helps your heart, vision, digestion and immune system. You have to eat mango, star fruit, banana, pineapple, yellow capsicum, etc. Green color improve immune system. You have to eat eggplant, beans, muskmelon, cauliflower, jackfruit, guava, etc. Indigo color activate your natural killer cells and reduce cancer. You have to eat garlic, radish, cabbage, white onion, mushroom, etc. Blue and purple color improve minerals. You have to eat grapes, onion, rose apple, blueberry, etc. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Myself Sheikh Anisa Siddiqa. Today I am going to explain about solar system. The solar system is the sun and all the objects that orbit around it. The sun orbited by planets, asteroids, comets and other things. The solar system is about 4.6 billion years old. It formed by gravity. The sun is a star. The other objects are pulled into orbit around the sun. The sun is mostly made out of hydrogen and some helium and higher elements. There are 8 planets in the solar system. From closest to the sun, there are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. The first 4 planets are called terrestrial planets. They are mostly made of rock and metal. The last 4 planets are called gas giants. This is because they are much larger than other planets and are mostly made of gas. We all live in the Earth. Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun in the solar system. It is only known to have life on it. The Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago. It is one of 4 rocky planets on the inner side of the solar system. The Moon is Earth's only natural satellite. We usually see it in the night sky also during the day. Some other planets also have moons or natural satellites. There are about 200 moons in the solar system.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Afrin. Today I am going to explain about plantation of tree. In simple words, tree plantation means to plant seedlings in the ground for growing more trees in an area. Tree plantation is very much required in countries where deforestation has increased a lot. With tree plantation, one can restrict the problems that many others due to deforestation. The need for tree plantation has become even greater these days because of growing pollution in the environment. Tree plantation is good for the environment. Everyone knows that trees are the source of oxygen. They inhale carbon dioxide and exhale oxygen, without which the survival of living beings is not on earth. Providing fruits and leaves that serve as a food for birds, animals, as well as human beings. Plantation of trees and plants aids in making the environment better. One of the main reasons among this is that trees excel life, giving oxygen without which the extent of making is impossible. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Sophia. I am going to explain about water cycle. Earth, which is the planet we live in, it is known as the blue planet because as much as of the planet surface is 71% water. When the sun warms the water on the earth's surface, it evaporates and converting itself into water vapor or steam and beginning its journey flying into the sky. The first stage of its journey is known as evaporation. After evaporation, then it converts into water in clouds. The second stage of its journey is called condensation. Once the water has condensed and turned into a cloud, and the cloud will travel from one place to another. Clouds are actually tiny little drops of water, but when the cloud grows, they collect more and more water. Then at some time it falling to the ground in the form of rain or snow. This stage of water cycle is called precipitation after the rain. The rainwater stores
into the small lakes or river or oceans, and then it will start its process. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Samri. Today I am going to explain about sense organs. The organs which make us aware of our surroundings through our sense are called sense organs. There are, in fact, like windows of the brain to the outer world. The 5 sense organs of our body are eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. Eyes. Eyes help us in seeing the objects around us. Our body has several features to protect them. The eyebrows prevent sweat from running into the eyes. The eyelash protect the eyes from dirt. The eyelids protect the eyes from injury. How to take care of our eyes? The eyes are very delicate organs, so they need special care. Wash and clean your eyes regularly with cold water. Never work in dim light. Do not read while laying down or in a moving vehicle. Don't watch TV sitting near it or for many hours. Ears. Ears help us in hearing. The ear is divided into 3 parts: the outer ear, the middle ear and the inner ear. The outer ear catches and directs sound waves to the inner ear. How to take care of our ears? Ears should be protected from hard blows. Avoid very loud noises. Do not clean your ears with a matchsticks or hairpin. Use an earbud to clean ears. Nose. It helps us to smell a variety of objects, from flowers to rotten eggs. The sense of smell and the sense of taste are interlinked. The nerve endings in the upper part of the nose are sensitive to smell. How to take care of our nose? Keep your nostrils clean by blowing your nose gently. Use nasal top or inhale steam to clean a blocked nose. Tongue. Tongue helps us in tasting things and help us to speak. The surface of the tongue has many taste buds. The taste buds of the tongue taste the different taste likes: sweet, sour, salty and bitter, etc. How to take care of our tongue? Always use a proper tongue cleaner to clean your tongue. Always chew your food slowly. See that your tongue does not come between your teeth, otherwise you will cut it. Skin. The skin forms a covering for the entire body surface and protect the internal organs. There are tiny nerve endings in our skin. These nerve endings help us to feel things. They also help us to detect cold, heat and pain. How to take care of our skin? Take a bath twice daily. Use a good soap to remove dust and sweat from the skin. If there is any cut or scratch on the skin, treat it with an antiseptic lotion or cream to prevent the growth of germs. Thank you.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुह। मेरा नाम शेख आयशा। मैं आज तुमको मुर्दे को नहलाना और कफनाने का तरीका बताऊंगी। सबसे पहले हम मुर्दे को नहलाना हो तो तख्ते को अच्छी तरह पानी डालकर धो डालें और उसके बाद किसी खुशबूदार चीज से उसको धुआं दिए, 4 तरफ धुआं दिए और उसके बाद मुर्दे को लाकर उस पर सुलाए और उसके बाद हमने अपने हाथ को कपड़ा बांधकर उसकी नजासत को पाक कर डाले और उसके बाद हम उसको वजू करवाए। पहले उसके चेहरे को अच्छी तरह पानी डालकर धो दे और फिर उसको रुई लेकर उसके दांत को अच्छी तरह साफ कर दे, फिर उसको नाक में साफ कर दे, फिर उसको हाथ कोहनियों समेत अच्छी तरह पानी से धो डाले और दोनों हाथ अच्छी तरह पानी से धो डाले और फिर उसके दोनों पैरों को पानी डालकर अच्छी तरह धो डाले और फिर उसको दाहिनी तरफ लिटाकर उसको तीन मरतबा उसको पानी सीधे हाथ की तरफ अच्छी डाल दे, वो बाएं हाथ की तरफ निकल जाए। फिर उसको बाएं तरफ फैलाकर उसको 3 मरतबा पानी डाले, फिर वो दाहिने हाथ की तरफ निकल जाए और फिर उसको सर पर 3 मरतबा पानी डालकर अच्छा बालों को धो डाले और उसके बाद हम उसको किसी और कपड़ा डालकर उसको
डाल कर हम उसके नीचे के कपड़े को निकाल डालें। उसके बाद हम उसको कफनाना हो तो उसको दूसरी जगह लेकर उसको रखे। पहले चादर रखे, फिर उसको ऊपर आजा रखे, फिर उस पर कमीज रखे, रखकर उसको इसी तरह पहनावे। पहनाकर उसके ऊपर सीना बंद डाले और उस पर फिर उसका सरबंद बंधे। उसके बालों को दो हिस्से करके इसको इसी तरह बंद डाले और उसके बाद इसको इसी तरह करके मुर्दे को बंद डाले और इसके बाद इसको डोली में रख दे। जज़ाकल्लाह।
अस्सलामुअलैकुम रहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। मेरा नाम शेख सानिया है। आज का मेरा प्रोजेक्ट ये है कि वारे सूर, जब हमारे नबी मक्का छोड़कर मदीने को जाते वक्त उनके साथ अबू बकर रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हु भी साथ में थे। जब उन्होंने मदीने को जाते वक्त काफिरों ने उनके पीछे किया, उन्होंने एक गौर में छुप गए और अल्लाह ने उनको बचाने के वास्ते ख्वाजिब उस गौर पर मकड़ी को हुक्म दिए और मकड़ी ने उस गौर पर जाल डाल दिए और कबूतर ने अंडे दे दिया। उस जगह का देखकर काफिरों ने वापस चल गए। उन लोग वहाँ 3 दिन थे।
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sheikh Samira. Today my topic on 5 pillars of Islam. Islam is based on 5 pillars. This means it is based on 5 very important things that we must follow. First one is Shahada, to believe in and worship only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To believe that Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger. Second one is Salah. We must pray the Salah 5 times a day. The daily prayers are Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib and Isha. Third one is Zakah. We purify our wealth by giving a small amount to the poor. This is given from our extra wealth. Fourth one is Sawm. It means fasting in the month of Ramadan. Fast from before Fajr until Maghrib. Fifth one is Hajj. Hajj is the pilgrimage to Makkah. Perform the Hajj at least one in our lifetime if we can do it. Sadaqallahu
Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Sheikh Tamira. Today my project work is आपे ज़मज़म का कुआं। यह है आपे ज़मज़म का कुआं। जब इस्माइल अलैहिस्सलाम को बहुत प्यास लगी, उनके अम्मी ने पानी के खातिर सफा और मरवा दोनों पहाड़ों पर चढ़े। एक पहाड़ पर चढ़े तो कुछ नजर नहीं आता, दूसरे पहाड़ पर चढ़े उस जगह पर भी कुछ नजर नहीं आता। इसी तरह दोनों पहाड़ों पर 7 बार चक्कर लगाते हैं। जब हजरत इस्माइल अलैहिस्सलाम ने उनके एड़ियों को लगाते हुए रोते हैं, जब उस जगह पर एक पानी का चश्मा उबलता है और हमने उस पानी को पी लिया।
मेरा नाम शेख सुहाना इफ़त। मेरा आज का प्रोजेक्ट है कि अमल। एक मर्तबा रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने एक आदमी से फरमाया, तुझे मौत आने वाली है। तो वह आदमी परेशान होकर एक दोस्त के पास जाता है और कहता है कि मुझे मौत आने वाली है, तू मुझे क्या कर सकता है? तो वो कहता है कि तू मत डर, मैं तुझे कफन ला सकता हूँ। और वो परेशान होकर दूसरे दोस्त के पास जाता है और वो कहता है कि तू मत डर, मैं तुझको कब्र तक आकर कब्र में लग सकता हूँ। और वो परेशान होकर तीसरे दोस्त के पास जाता है, वो कहता है कि तू मत डर, तू जहाँ भी हूँ मैं वहाँ भी आ सकता हूँ। पहला उसका माल था, उसे कफन ला सकते थे। दूसरे उसके रिश्तेदार थे, उसको कब्र तक आकर कब्र में लग सकते थे। तीसरे उसके आमल थे, हमारे साथ कुछ भी नहीं आते। आमल के अलावा
وبرکاتہ. میرا نام ڈی عائشہ. آج کا میرا پروجیکٹ یہ ہے کہ جنت اور جہنم. جنت کو اللہ تعالیٰ نے نیک بندوں کے لیے بنایا اور اس میں اچھی اچھی چیزیں اور ایسی نعمتیں تیار کیا ہے کہ نہ آج تک اس کو کسی آنکھ سے نہ دیکھا، نہ کسی کے دل میں اس کا خیال بھی نہ آیا. جنت میں بڑے بڑے عمارتیں بنے ہوئے ہوتے ہیں. اس عمارت میں ایک اینٹ چاندی کی اور ایک اینٹ سونے کی رکھی ہوئے ہوتے ہیں. اس کی مٹی بھی زعفران، کنکریوں، موتی، یاقوت کے ہوتے ہیں. جو شخص جنت میں جائے گا وہ چین سکون میں رہے گا، اسی کو رنج و غم نہ ہوگا. رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے فرماتے ہیں کہ جنت میں 100 درجے ہیں. سب سے بڑا درجہ جنت الفردوس کا ہے. جنت الفردوس میں 4 نہریں نکلتے ہیں، یعنی دودھ، شراب، شہد، پانی کے نہریں. فرمایا رسول اللہ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے، جو لوگ سب سے پہلے جنت میں جائے گا اس کا چہرہ 14ویں رات کے چاند کے نا روشن ہوگا. اور جنت میں سب سے بڑا نعمت یہ ہے کہ اللہ تعالیٰ کے دیدار ہے. جہنم کو اللہ تعالیٰ نے برے لوگ اور مشرکوں کے لیے بنایا اور اس میں بڑے بڑے سانپ بچھو رہے گا. وہ ایک بار کاٹے ڈالے تو 70 برس تک اس کا زہر کا اثر رہتا ہے. دنیا کی آگ سے جہنم کی آگ 70 گنا زیادہ ہے. زودق کی گہرائی اتنا بڑا ہے کہ اگر ایک مرتبہ اس میں ایک بڑا پتھر ڈالے تو وہ 70 برس تک اس میں تہے میں پہنچ جائے گا. اور دوزخ میں اتنا چھوٹا عذاب یہ ہے کہ ایک شخص کو آگ کے جوتے پہناتے ہیں. وہ شخص سمجھتا ہے کہ جہنم میں سب سے بڑا عذاب یہ ہے سمجھتا، لیکن دوزخ میں چھوٹا عذاب یہی ہے. جزاک اللہ خیر.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. میرا نام شیخ ادریس تبسم. آج کا پروجیکٹ ہے کہ آپ صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کے پسندیدہ چیزیں شہد، کدو، کھجور، دودھ، روٹی، انجیر، خربوزہ، زیتون کا تیل، انار. جزاک اللہ خیر.
السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ وبرکاتہ. میرا نام ہے شیخ عائشہ. آج کا میرا پروجیکٹ ہے کہ اسمارٹ سٹی، اور اس کو اسمارٹ سٹی کہتے ہیں. اور اس میں ان جیسے ہاسپٹل، اسکول، کالج، اپارٹمنٹ، واٹر ٹینک، بینک اور ان سب رہتے ہیں. لیکن پہلے یہ سب فیسلٹیز نہیں تھے اور اب یہ سب فیسلٹیز ہونے کی وجہ سے سٹی ڈیولپ ہوتی ہے. اسلام میں حضرت محمد صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم نے فرمایا ہے کہ پاکی آدھا ایمان ہے اور ہمارا پاکی میں ہمارا ایمان کا آدھا حصہ ہے. اس لیے ہم ان سب کو پاک رکھنا چاہیے اور ہم پاک رکھنے کی وجہ سے سٹی ڈیولپ ہوتی ہے اور ہم بیمار بھی نہیں ہوتے. جزاک اللہ خیر.